by
NonSweet.
So today we're here to answer the Q&As from our YouTube channel because we've hit 1,000 subscribers! We've collected a bunch of questions from you guys in the comment section, and they're really great questions, and we're gonna answer them today.
As many as we can.
As many as we Yeah, oh my gosh. First off, thank you guys for submitting all the questions. That's
thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, so we kind of categorize it into 3 categories. The first one is becoming an idol in general. The second is non-sweet specifically related, and the third one is just kind of random, about us personally. So we're gonna go with the idols questions first because I feel that's the kind of question that most people want to know, and it has the longest.
Yeah, so that's where most of the questions kind of fall into.
We get this asked several times.
Yeah, I feel we're always asked questions about this.
Yeah. So the first one is, what does being an idol means to you? Well, we start off with the deep question.
Wow, that's a tough one to start with.
I don't know. I think in general, just bringing people joy through our performances.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah,
you're sending positivity into the universe.
Yeah, and advocate for any message that you want to put out into the world. Being positive or overcoming hardships and stuff like that. And those are all the message, I guess, good vibes that we want to send out to the world. So yeah, I think that's what being idols means to all of us. Which part of being an idol do you like the most or the least?
Performing. Yeah, performing.
Performing on stage
is
is
obvious.
Yeah,
it's the best part.
Yeah.
And seeing the audience, their reaction, and I really like songs that where we can interact with the crowd the most. So, but yeah.
I think that's especially true because when we first debuted, we were stuck in the pandemic.
Yes,
and we couldn't do any
It was
shows.
very lonely and hard to stay motivated because we almost felt we didn't have a purpose.
Yeah.
Because it was oh, we can do online shows, but it takes a lot of time and money to make something worthy of a online convention or whatever. So it was really hard for us to kind of jump on that.
Why did you want to become an idol? Why?
I think everyone probably has a different reason, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe go down? Okay. The reason why I wanted to be an idol is kind of I think the most typical answer you could give. I just really like singing. As a kid, I had a lot of stage fright, but I still really loved singing. So when I found the concept of idols and I saw it was usually groups of people together, I was really drawn to that idea. So that was my main motivation when becoming an idol. It's I want to sing and I want to be able to do it with other people. So
I think for me it's because I was inspired by other idol groups in Japan. When I was in middle school, I got into AKB and groups like that, and I was oh my god, that's so amazing. And I've been a dancer basically my whole life. So I was oh, I really want to try this because whatever they put out, it's really cool. So that kind of inspired me to become an idol and do dances and sing on stage as well.
I was also a big fan of idol, but then I wasn't really into becoming an idol until I saw a video of Shun performing.
Really?
Because the first video I saw was Kaiho by Seishun Gakuen.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the girls and Shun trying to interact and jumping together, dancing together, it really touched me. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that story. Yeah.
You should tell Shin-san that story.
I think she would be too shy to tell her.
Well, for me, I was a fan of idol groups and stuff, but I never had the confidence to do it myself. But I started learning more about idol groups and what makes them interesting, and I wasn't really confident in my singing or dance skills really. But then I realized that there are other ways to make a performance wonderful as well. So now I feel I've grown a lot, so I've been pretty happy about that.
I'm pretty similar to Jessica and Stella. I'm inspired by groups like AKB48 and other idols in Japan. I also didn't really think about become one at first, but then I started to know about Love Live.
Yeah.
And then I kind of start doing some dance covers and stuff, and I find it really fun. And I thought oh, maybe I enjoy this.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I really start going into the field, thinking of maybe performing and doing maybe sing and dancing, do idol stuff. That makes me really happy. So I think that's how I started.
I think for all of us, it just like brings us a lot of joy.
Yeah.
That's why we really want to do it. Do you guys have any like favorite group or idol that inspire you?
My favorite idol group is Wasta, the world standard. The song that I listened to a lot was Platonic Girl.
I guess I'm just gonna go back to like the first group that I ever watched, which is AKB. And the first music video I saw from that was actually Iwake Maybe. I think Iwake Maybe is still my favorite song from AKB.
The very first idol that led me to like J-pop is Morning Musume. And
First song.
song. There's so many.
No.
Joshi Kashimashi Monogatari.
Yeah, I was a big fan of AKB and Morning Musume, and I still am. And then my favorite members, definitely when I first started getting into idol groups, was Mayu and Yukirin. I was very much a Team B fan.
Yeah.
We went to karaoke
Yeah.
and we sang Shonichi.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was very nostalgic for me. That was like one of my favorite songs.
I was about to say that too. What actually inspired me is probably like AKB. Well, even though I'm so Love Live, like
Yeah.
AKB, and then like the first member that kind of caught my eyes was also Mayu. She's so cute.
Is it hard being an idol, and do you enjoy being an idol? I think we all enjoy being an idol, but of course it's hard.
Yes.
It's very hard.
Yeah, it's like a second job.
Yeah, it's like you come back from your job and then you do non-sweet, which is your second job, and it's that every single day. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of practicing and learning, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we have to do all the time.
What's one piece of advice you would give to an idol just starting out?
Work hard.
Starting is always the hardest.
You can't be
Good.
lazy. Like you
Yeah.
can't like lose your motivation. You can't lose your focus, because as soon as you do that, it's very easy to just stop. Because the only person you have to push yourself is yourself.
Yourself.
There's no one else there. Like not even your fellow members can do that for you.
Yeah.
It really has to come from your heart.
Yeah, like you have to be responsible for your own growth. You have to like figure out your own path, basically. How did you guys meet, and what was it like being in the group right after forming? Honestly, we've answered this, I feel like a million times in like different places.
Yes.
Before we became performers, we didn't know each other. Like we were not friends beforehand.
Three of us kind of worked together a little bit before NonSweet.
Yeah, we were an idol group before.
We were gathered together purely due to idol power.
Yes,
Is that the most magical answer?
brought us together.
How did you meet your music producer Shun, and do you have any recommendations for idols looking to find a producer?
I feel like the situation with Shinsan was so unique.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you could give advice for how to find your own producer.
Yeah. But I'm sure there are some online community that are sharing resources, and I highly recommend you guys to just like Google and search online. You'll find something. Did you guys write your lyrics by yourself?
Our lyrics are a collaborative effort with Shun-san. Because Shun writes the lyrics in Japanese when he composes the song, and then he sends it to Emily and I.
Before that, like we all like come
Right,
up with
right,
ideas
right.
together.
Yeah, so we come up with a song concept all together, us with Shun-san. Then he gets to work to compose the song, and he writes lyrics based on the conversations we had with him about what we want the song to be. And those lyrics will be in Japanese because, of course, they would be. And then he sends it back to us, and Stella will translate it to the best of her ability in English. And then it gets passed on to the lyrics team, which is me and Emily. And we do our best to write lyrics that fit in English.
It's tough.
It's very hard. That's probably the hardest part.
That's
To make the
fine.
magic happen. I really appreciate
We
it.
do our best.
But we're really lucky that like Shin will like listen to what we want as well.
Yeah.
Like if we
Yeah.
like the kind of music that we want to make, he'll take our word.
Yeah. How long is it taking to mix songs and dance?
Oh my gosh. Every song's been a little bit different.
I would say the timeline is usually between 6 months to a year.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say too.
Yeah.
I
don't know how
Christmas
we did
kids we
that.
did it in 2 months.
That was in 2 months, yes. But I guess after that point, it's always been like around 6 months to a year, because they want to put as much time and energy into it and not have to feel like we're rushing things.
What are future goals for NonSweet?
One thing we always talk about is how we want to go to more places.
Yes.
We want to go to more countries and even provinces. Like I think we just want to travel more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we've never even like performed elsewhere in Canada.
Yeah,
so.
like
Oh yeah,
I
that's
really want to go to
crazy.
Ontario, like
Oh, yeah, on the
Anime
East
North
Coast,
or
yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
What's our favorite non-sweet song and which music video do you have most fun filming?
Wait, what's everyone's favorite non-sweet song? I'm very curious. I don't think I know this about you guys.
Okay, my favorite song is Yukata.
My favorite song is Yukata.
And it's really like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, my favorite is Time Slip. But I like emotional songs. Like I like really emo.
I was gonna say Time Slip as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Time Slip too.
with Yukata. Yukata is a very cute song, and I really like that we got to record it in Japanese. That was extremely fun, and I want to do that again in the future. But it's very high,
Mm.
and us two, maybe that's why we did. Us two, we're the sopranos of the group. We hard carry that song.
Yeah,
it's
oh my
very
gosh.
hard on us. So,
But Time Slip is the same though.
well, I think with Time Slip, it's because we performed it for so long that like now, like our
We're
high notes
used
are
to
way
it.
better.
Yeah.
But with Yukata, sometimes I'm like, oh god.
Yeah. I mean, I like all songs, but I definitely feel like Time Slip is one of my favorite. Especially that's the first one that I get to work on the choreo.
Time Slip was, yeah, and I think the second part of this question was like what was the most fun to
Film for music video.
Time Slip music video was so fun because it was very spontaneous.
Yeah.
Like I don't think everyone knows the backstory of the Time Slip music video, but originally it was just gonna be a dance shot.
yeah.
And we were just doing a dance shot. We're like, oh, maybe we'll try doing like 2 different locations because we weren't sure like what location we wanted.
Yeah.
But our videographer was like really into the song and like
Yeah.
into like us for like filming, and he was like, could I just like film some like singing shots for you guys? as
Yeah,
well?"
and
we're
I-
like, what?
Yeah.
Like, wait, is this a music video shoot now? Like,
Yeah, it actually turned into a music video shoot the day
The
of
day
the
of,
shoot.
no planning. It
Yeah.
was like very spontaneous, and the result was amazing.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And it's like, it's always going to be my dearest baby. What do you think about giving your fandom a name?
I've actually thought about this a lot, and I don't have a name in my mind, but I also think it'd be cute if the fans give themselves a name.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
Because I also don't think we're like creative enough. I think our fans are really funny and like interesting. I feel like if you guys have a name that you would like to call yourselves, like go for it.
Yeah.
comment down below. We'll
Yeah.
vote one. We'll
Comment
decide
down
one.
below. Yeah, and then like thumbs up the one that you like the best.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now we move on to the random questions. What languages do you guys speak? I think this is a good one because we all speak a little something.
Except for me.
You're on the way. You're on the way to.
Maybe something for me then.
Yeah.
I can speak Mandarin. I'm learning Japanese. It's still poopy, but it's on the way. I can speak English, and that's it. I guess I can speak Taiwanese.
Yeah.
Just here. But yeah.
I can speak English, obviously, and then I can also speak French. And then, of course, we're learning Japanese. I think everyone is.
I can speak Korean, English, and a little bit of Japanese.
A little bit of
Excuse you.
Yeah, like she is the best like Japanese speaker out of this group.
Stella is the only, like, Stella's the reason why we can communicate with each other.
Like I can understand, but I can't like form an answer right
I
away.
think honestly, Jessica's she's better in understanding than me.
Yeah, I understand more,
Yeah,
but
the
she's
skills are really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but like I have to like I can't make an answer up right there. I can speak Cantonese, I can speak Mandarin because I grew up in Hong Kong, and I can speak English and I speak a little bit of Japanese, but not very good.
I speak English.
And you're learning Japanese.
I'm learning Japanese, but
That's okay.
this question always makes me sad because
No,
I'm
but
like the one
you're-
person who doesn't know another language.
Okay, but you're like really good at English. Like I could never write as good as you.
Thank you.
You know, like
I worked very hard in English writing classes.
Wow.
yeah, no, these two are really good at writing. There's a reason why they're in the lyrics writing too.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite color?
I think this one's actually kind of funny because I don't think all of us like our. Because I think the answer people are expecting are like just us to be saying our member colors.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's true for most of us.
No, that's not.
Yeah, my favorite color is blue. I don't like true green. It's so like aggressive. And I don't like yellowy greens either because it looks like grass.
It looks grassy.
Yeah.
I think my favorite color, I don't really have a favorite color, but like I think like majority of time I'm going for like clothing and stuff like that. I go for like beige or like earth tone color. So I would say this is like my recent favorite, which also goes with orange, I guess. Orange is like a really bright version of it. So
Actually, my favorite color is purple, but I also like blue. But I don't have any like clothes that are like blue, but I do like blue.
Yeah. Yours is obviously pink.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's like all pink. I'm like,
needless to say.
yeah.
I wonder.
Actually, when we talk about favorite color, I was like kind of like hesitant because like my favorite color on clothing and my favorite color on like items I usually use is different.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Right? It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Clothing wise, I end up always like to choose like brownish color, like beige,
Yeah.
similar color like that. But item wise, I prefer going to like blue or pink. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my favorite colors to wear are black and pink.
Yeah.
But I'm mostly wearing black.
Nina, I feel like you wear a lot of like this tone because it reminds me of like a teddy bear.
Yeah, she
Teddy
has
bear's
like teddy
colours.
bear, Lolita.
Yeah, I
she has
have,
a lot of
actually, everyone have a
stuff.
lot of like that similar tone color.
Yeah. So our final question is, what happened to By Your Side? I think it's almost been a year.
Was it?
Has it?
Because our
9
Kickstarter,
months.
it was in February.
It was in February. Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
oh my gosh, it has almost been a year.
It makes sense why you guys are
Probably really
curious.
confused because we were like, our fourth single, By Your Side,
And then we
you
dropped
dropped
it.
that.
They're probably like,
That was kind of unplanned.
JK.
We're like, JK, drop the yukata.
I'm so excited for it to come out.
Same. Oh my god, we've been working on it for like so long. It's-
When we got that earlier question about like, what was your favorite like song to work on? And like, music video? I'm like,
yeah, I can't say
Ah,
that.
actually
yet.
By Your Side.
I know. What's your favorite non-sweet song? I would say
Oh,
like Yukata for what we have released, but if By Your Side is out, it's actually By Your
By Your
Side.
Side.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for all of us, By Your
Yeah.
Side.
It's such a good song. You guys should listen to it right when it comes out.
Yes.
And to wrap up, thank you again for 1K subscriber
Yes.
on our YouTube
I think
channel.
we're actually pretty close to 2K now. Like I saw like
Really?
1.8
Really?
on.
Yeah, we really
Sorry.
got this out.
So thank you so much to everyone who subscribed, and
Thank you so
we
much.
hope that you'll look forward to our future content.
We'll see you next time.